Okay, okay.
The extra class of CSO 101 is also on Saturday at the same time.
So why didn't you respond it to me? I was not aware of that. And many people were there in the class.
Sir, actually, sir, we got the message yesterday, so maybe that's why.
Sir, they are talking about upcoming Saturday.
Okay.
Upcoming
So
Saturday.
okay, I thought whatever passed previously.
No, sir. Sorry.
No, sir.
Yeah, so say like that now. Okay, then
Yes,
we
sir.
won't have a class on Saturday. We'll go with the regular class only. Actually, we are running ahead of schedule. So we are running 2 classes ahead. Okay, as compared to other batches. So even if we miss this time Saturday extra class, don't worry about that. No problem. You attend your quiz.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
okay,
sir.
good.
Okay, sir.
No problem. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's start today's class and let us see. Okay, so let me share my screen. Yeah, I think screen is visible now.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
great. So
Yes, sir.
anyone can answer this slowly. Okay, you should answer like that. That the person who is not aware of C programming before can understand. Okay, answer it very slowly and properly. I know that if you are answering, that means you know you have the answer. But answer properly and slowly. Now anyone can answer.
Sir.
Why? What are these range values? First question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in the data type car, it takes 8 bits. So out of the 8 bits, 1 bit is reserved for either the number is positive or negative for the sign.
Mhm. Okay.
And then the rest of the 7 numbers, we have 7 bits. So each can take the value 0 or 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have 2 to the power 7 different possibilities, which is
Okay.
256 possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
So we can write number, so hence we can write the range of values from minus 128 to 127.
Okay. Uh, your answer was right, but you said 2 to the power 7. 2 to the power 7 is 128, but not 256. You said 256, no? 2 to
Sir,
the
it is.
power 8 is 256.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Now again.
We have.
You just have to slightly modify your answer. You are correct.
Yes, sir. 2 to the power 7 is 128.
8.
Sorry,
Hmm.
128. So what I was gonna say was that there is plus and minus. So we can have two different set, one for positives, one
Exactly.
for negatives.
Perfect. Now
Yeah,
your
that's
answer
why
is
2
correct.
to the power 8 numbers total.
Good. So the logic is same for all other.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good. So anyone who didn't understood,
Sir,
it's
I
okay if you don't
understand.
understood, but
I,
just let me know.
hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, I understood, but again, I have the same doubt that why in float and double we don't have negative sign in the range of values.
No, it's there.
No, but here,
Actually,
yes.
huh. Actually, float and double values they are for precision. Huh? They if there is something for precision, they require for precision. Okay, and therefore it is termed like we don't keep minus 3.4 to plus 3.4. Okay, we just say 3.4 to the power minus 38 to 3.4 to the power plus 38. Okay, so it is like theoretically it is said like that, it's okay, but yeah, practically if we say that there should be negative point decimal numbers also and positive decimal numbers also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you say keep minus here and minus here, then also the answer won't be wrong. That is also fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, in last lecture you told us that there is not necessary to put the plus sign after E.
Where?
Sir, in
Okay.
float range
Ha
of
ha
measure.
ha. Yes, yes, yes. You're true. That it is. So it is like that. I am not putting it into a variable. Na? This is not a variable. This is a generic English language.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Therefore, we can put it. But if we assign this to a variable A or variable B, then we don't put e to the power plus 38. Just e38 is fine. Okay, just for representation in English to differentiate between this minus and plus are shown. Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
If there are 8 bits and if it matlab, plus sign is not required, matlab, it is not necessary to put it, then in char, a negative I understood that we can have a minus sign and then minus 120 till minus 128. But for the positive side, we can just ignore plus and have 0101 in the 8 boxes. Then we will have till plus 256. Why do we have to include plus sign there?
See, so its size is 8 bits, na? ये तो
Yes,
समझ
sir.
में आ रहा है कि this is 8 bits.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now 2 to the power 8 are how many combination?
256.
It's already written. 256.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But right now, these all combination are positive. This means the range starts from 0 to 256. But we want to include positive also and negative also, and that is of equal number. तो इसको हाफ वे पीछे लेके जाओ यहां तक और 0 को भी हाफ वे पीछे लेके जाओ. So this will come to plus 128, not 128, 127, and this will go to minus 128. And now because all are negative to positive, okay, for char int float, everyone, because char doesn't have like only it doesn't means that there is something like a and minus. No, these are the ASCII values. Okay, so ASCII values,
There will be
yes, ASCII value starts from 0 to 256. You are saying like that, no?
Sir?
so it will be 0 to 255, no?
Yeah, 0 to 255. Total 256, yeah.
Sir, there can be like 256 different values stored in char, or there are 256 combinations?
No, there are total 256 different possible values.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Like
Similarly,
they
there
cannot
are total.
exceed.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay. So 16, 32, 64. Now there is a very good question. Are these size depend on operating system, processor, or compiler?
They depend on compiler.
Yes or no?
Compiler.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It depends
Yes,
on
sir.
compiler to compiler.
Compiler.
Yes,
Compiler.
Okay. Differs from processor and compiler. Therefore, we take GCC as a standard.
क्या बोला?
With 64-bit processor. Okay, 64-bit processor means which we are using these i3, i5, i7, and so on. Okay, if this is 32-bit processor, the older one, if it is processing in different version, it depends if it is 32-bit, 64-bit, and 128-bit processors, different processors. So for example, if some value here is considered as X as the size of some data type, some data type has size X, it will be X by 2 here and 2X here. Okay, so you have to check. There is a function to check that what is the size of each data type in your computer. We'll come to that thing, okay? And then we'll check the range and size of each extension practically via program. Okay, theoretically, this is the size. But again, this size differs from processor to processor, compiler to compiler. So, so on your compiler or on your machine, what is the size, to check that there is a inbuilt function. We'll come to that process. Okay. Okay. Declaration of variable we have studied.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, I have also learned about unsigned char and unsigned float, unsigned double.
Yes. That thing will come into picture when we'll go to pointers. Okay.
Yeah.
Meaning उसका समझ में आएगा. It is there. Okay, but it is not used practically until we come to pointers. Okay, and when we make program, we don't use unsigned int. We directly use int. Okay, signed and unsigned don't come in the picture. Sometimes it is used implicitly, and where it is used, we'll take a look. So declaration of variables, we have, I think, already covered this. Declaration of variables. Now user defined data type. So we have completed the predefined data types or inbuilt data types, which are int, char, and
Primary
float.
data type.
Yes, primary data types. Now user defined data types. User defined data types we'll study in the last 4 lectures. Okay, just I'll give you just a notion of that what are user defined data types. That user defined, like type def int age. So type def is used to define the identifier of your type, whatever you want to keep. Okay, so however, int age is always true. For example, I kept like type def like that. Okay, and then we have enumerator. Okay, so what are enumerators? With like it can have multiple values. Then we have structures. We'll study all those things. Okay, don't worry about these structures and all. Like if you want to define a data type, like student. Okay, but there is nothing student available in the given C programming, because student can have a name, student will have a roll number, student will have an age, student will have a CPI of or CGPA, whatever you want to call, and so many properties. Okay, but we want to create something like that, because like there are 200 students in this class. Each student have all those things. Name can be a char, roll number can be an integer number, or age is also int, CGPA can be float. So these are the inbuilt data types, and using inbuilt data type, we define our own data type as a student. Okay.
Sir, is this a type of array?
No, this is not a type of array.
Okay.
Okay, don't worry, hold on. These are the user defined data structure. These are the most typical things in C. Okay, a lot needs to be studied before. So just to give you a reference, I have made this example. Don't go to structure and start reading it until you don't know pointers and all those things, a hell lot of things. Just to give a gist, I have told that there is something which a user can define using some inbuilt things. Okay, so these are user defined data types which will come in future. We'll take a look on that in future. Storage class are there. We'll skip storage class for now because we haven't studied functions and all. Okay, for now we'll leave it. Okay, so just to tell you that what are the storage class, I'll let you know. So the storage class means how a C program stores everything in the memory. Okay, so first is auto. Auto means automatic, which is used for local variables. It is default. Now what are local variables, global variables? We'll take a look on that. Don't worry. For right now, you just say it is a variable. All variables, if you don't say that what type of storage you want, it is automatic. If you write int a, it is equivalent to auto int a. If you write this or if you write this, C compiler won't give any error. Both are same thing. Static. Static means for local variables which exist and retains its value even after the control is transferred to another function. So it means that if you define something like static int a, and it has some value, say 10, the value will remain same 10 and will not be modified even if you make some changes in the local variables. Okay, we'll come to local and global, don't worry about that. This means it keeps the value fixed. Extern means suppose this a has to be used in some one program and different program or different functions, then these needs to be defined externally. Okay, externally means above anything. First you have to define that extern int a. This means this a, variable a, can be used in this function, can be used in this function, can be used in this function. And if it is modified at this place, the reflected value will be visible here and here. And then if it is again modified, again the changes will be made and so on. Okay. Then the register. Register are very rarely used. And in CPU, there are 7 type of registers. 7 registers. And among those registers, sometimes variables needs to be stored for some special purpose of work, and their registers are used. Okay. However, in practical use, most means 99% your work will be done with auto, and 1 or 2% you will require extern or this static. And register mostly never used, mostly, because this is used in system programming and this is not the part which we are doing right now. We are not playing with registers.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, even if we add
Pardon, one, 2 people speaking together, one by one, please. Yes, speak.
Sir, auto is just cache.
Auto is
Because
just
local variable. Sir, cache.
no.
Cache, sir. CACHE.
No, not cached. Not that thing.
Sir,
Okay.
because local variables are stored in cache. Like if.
Who told that?
Sir, in Python programming, we can assign cache as a
See,
static
Python
variable.
is different. We are not studying Python here.
Achha.
Don't go like that. Otherwise, you'll be in a hell lot of confusion between C and Python. Okay. For now, forget any kind of language. Okay. Only nearby language here is C++. Okay. All other language differs a lot. So auto means just you should remember that auto is a keyword. And it is used for local variables, and it is by default. Means even if you don't write auto int a, it means auto int. Okay.
So what is the difference between control static and external?
Static means value doesn't change. It retains its value every time. Extern
Yes.
means it is defined above all functions, and that variable is shared between functions. If you have studied C++, then I should answer like this.
Okay.
Okay, I think you have studied, na?
No, sir, I haven't. Sir, I was relating it to Python or something.
No, don't relate things with Python. Python is much different than this. This is a compiler based language. That is an interpreter based language. Both the languages are defined very differently because it has to create object code, and these hell lot of things are done because they have to create object code. Okay, so just don't not to you, to anyone who's sitting in this class, don't compare this language with Python at all. If you want to compare, or if you want to find a sister or brother for this C, it's C++. Okay, or if you want to find a cousin, then it's Java. But please, no Python, no Perl, no Ruby, okay, no R. All are those interpreter based languages, and those are much different than compiler based languages, because all these auto, static, extern, register, these are not found in any interpreter languages, but auto, static, extern, register are all found in C, C++, and Java. Okay, now reading data from keyboard. Okay.
Sir, even if we do
Yeah.
some arithmetic operation in the case of static, then also the value wouldn't change.
That you have to do, and then take a look. We'll come with a program where static you have to use. Okay. Now reading data from the keyboard. Okay. Now in C you can read data from keyboard, like if you want to enter something. So you use this function scanf and the control string. Okay. And address of variable 1 and variable 2. Okay. Suppose if I do a is equals to 10 and I want to print this value in the screen. What? Okay, not this. Don't consider this. If I want to print something on the screen which user has input. So how user will input? Reading data from keyboard. So I'll use printf. So there is a statement printf and then open the bracket and say hello user, enter a number, and \n and close this thing. Then user have to enter something on that. So how it will be done? Scanf. From printf, printed on the screen. From scanf, it is reading from the keyboard. And what you have to read? Something which user want to enter. So if user will enter something, that will be stored in some variable. Na? So before that, you have to define an int a, which is a variable. And this variable will take the value which user will take from keyboard, which will give from keyboard. So what is that? If it is a number, means if it is an int, it's %d for int if user want to enter, %c if user want to enter a character, %f if user wants to enter a float value. Okay. Now what will be the this for long? Anyone can answer? Sorry, double.
LF.
Yes, long float. LF. Okay. So it depends what user want to enter. Okay. So write a program to take two inputs from user and print their addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. So all will be used. Do it right now. I am waiting for that.
Sir, we have to write int a before scanf or
yes, it will be defined earlier. So this is the first program, and those who haven't done programming will be a typical program. But those who have done it, please run it. I'll see the program of any 3 students who have first done it. Okay, so they will raise the hand, and this is how the whole semester will go. This one kind of program will be there. 10 to 15 minutes will be given, and after 10-15 minutes, raise your hand, and I'll see the answer. And it's not like that. I don't want to see same hands in every class.
Sir.
Yeah.
Can we use multiple %d in scanf and multiple time?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
But in the same sequence, like for variable one is int type. Then here will be %d because it will match. And second one is like char type. So next should be %c.
%c. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So mapping should be there. First to first, second to second. If there is third, then third to third, and so on. Try it yourself. Don't take a look on internet. वरना कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा programming में. Even if you are making a wrong program, that is fine. But just doing. Yeah.
So do we need to make for integer only now?
Take 2 inputs. It is written 2 inputs. It can be anything. Means no, it is not said now. You can take anything. The program is flexible. If you want to take integer, the answer will be treated as correct. If you want to take float, double, even char, answer will be treated as correct until your program is correct, because it is not specified to take 2 integer or 2 float. So whatever you find easiest, you can do that.
Sir, can we use get underscore int?
No,
then take input?
use only those things which I have just told. And another thing, again, you just remind me that you in the programs which are written here, use only those things which are taught in the class till that class. So whatever is coming in future, don't use that thing in the program.
Okay, sir.
So right now, printf, scanf only you are allowed to use. So program will take 2 numbers or 2 inputs from user and give the output as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now, how you want to print it, it's up to you. If you want to make this program look very good, then you write hello user, enter 2 number. Then when you print that your addition is this, subtraction is this, and so on. So it's up to you how you print the output.
I didn't get it, sir, how to make.
Pardon?
I didn't get that, sir.
What? What you didn't
How should we add or how should we process the numbers like addition and subtraction?
Well, how see, you take, okay, you didn't get how to program this code. Okay, fine. This is very okay. Even if you don't know, then also I can help you out. So it's simple. Let a student show the answer. 1 or 2 or 3 students, when they show the answer, then I'll explain using that code. Okay. So if you don't know, it's very okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Can we write 2 and well, ampersand A and ampersand B in the same scan F live scan F line?
Yes. So this is the first question. It's okay. Make mistake. I mean, it will be beneficial if you make a mistake. Try it, but try many times until you make a right program. You also see when someone answers this program, I'll ask them to share their screen. So please see the program very carefully. Okay. And ask the questions why it is done like that, why it is done like that. And I'll answer each and everything. So anyone, if he or she has done, just raise the hand. So I'll make him or her as presenter. Okay, so Khushi did it. She's the first one. 2 more. Mehul is next one. 1 more.
Excuse me, sir.
So can you please show the question again?
You just have to take 2 numbers as input and print their addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That's it.
Sir?
Yeah.
I have done it on online compiler, so is it okay actually?
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. No issue.
Okay, sir. And I actually have done all the 4 operations in one program. Means
yeah, you have to do in one program only.
Okay, sir.
That is only us, na? You have to do all 4 in one program only. Okay, so Atharv, I got 3 people. Khushi, Mehul, Atharv. So let them show one by one. See, why I'm taking 3 programs? Because, okay, now no more. There will be many more programs coming, and I'll prefer newer students every time. Even if new students doesn't come, then I'll prefer old students again. But I'll genuinely like if new students will raise hands every time. So why I'm taking 3 students at a time? Because all 3 students have their different idea of programming. Because programming is all about logic. They may have done something different, but all of them are getting correct answer. Okay, so to show this, I'm taking 3 people. So Khushi, you can now present it. You are now a presenter. Share your screen. Yeah, Khushi, share your screen.
Yeah, sir. So is it visible?
Not to me yet. Yeah, it's visible. Okay, now everyone see how she has coded. Okay, so she took stdio.h, which is a header file. Even if she doesn't take it, the program will run fine. I think so. So we'll run 2 times. First, by keeping stdio.h, and second time removing stdio.h. So I think at both the time it will run fine. And int main is the main function. And then she took 2 variables, int a and b. And then using printf, she asked that the value of a is. So user will give the value of a in the next line. How it is given? Using %d scanf format, which we have taken, and in storing in variable a. Therefore, she took address of a. Okay. So why this address operator is used, we'll come to see at the pointer time. So right now you just consider that, okay, we are using address of a in scanf, not in printf. So again, when printf is for printf for next number. So it's the same thing, but here instead of a, b is asked. And in the 8th line, she printed the sum. And how she printed? In the output only she did a plus b. There are many different ways of doing the same program, but I think she is correct. So you only did for plus and minus. What about
Sir, I did for
multiplication
all.
and division?
Sir, I
Okay,
did
sir,
for all.
I can do it now. I mean,
Oh, not now. You do it afterwards.
Sir, I have did all in
So
one
yeah,
program.
no. Next is Mehul. We'll go line by line only.
I have a doubt, sir.
I have a doubt.
Yeah, those who have doubt can ask.
Sir, in the
Sir, I have doubt that about the printing statement at last. What is the syntax of printing?
Printing means whatever you want to print on screen. The sum of a and b is, and if she wants to or he wants to, she wants to print the value, then %d. %d is for integer. Sum of these 2 number is integer because she's taking int a and b. And if you add 2 integer type, result will be integer type. So the sum of a and b is %d, which is the value of what? A plus b. This %d will take the values of whatever it is written here. Another ways, she can take the value a and b here and use another variable c, and she can put c is equal to a plus b, and then she can print c here. That is also fine. But she is doing like that also. This is also fine. Okay. Khushi has done it. So someone wants to point out some common error. What she has done.
Sir, I have doubt.
Yeah, one by one.
I think the float, she has to write float in division.
Yes, she has to use %f in division. But again, there will be a problem. Hold on, don't do it. Okay, run this output, Khushi.
okay, sir.
It will run and will give the answer. Run it. Okay, enter LU. A is 2.
So A is 6.
Okay, you took it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It came late on the screen. Okay, she took A as 6, B as 5. Sum is 11, fine. Multiplication is 6 5 is 30, it's fine. Subtraction is 6 minus 5 is 1. Now division is 6 divided by 5. It should be 1.2, but it is taken as 1. So I think who said that here %f should be done?
Sir, me.
Yeah. Okay. Khushi, make the change as %f.
Okay, sir.
And take the same input 6 and 5. Let's see what's the output.
So, but then we have to use float there, no?
Hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Do it just this only. %f. So other people who are new to programming will understand.
Sir, I'm very sorry, I lost the connection in between. So, sir, can you please explain me once again that the sum of a plus b is %d, that syntax?
Hold on. Let her do. See, now the result becomes 0.000. So in the previous case, when we did it as %d,
Sir, it should
It
become
was 1.
1.00, right? Like not 6 divided by 5, 1.00, not 0.0.
A and B are integer,
It should
that's
be
why the
1.00.
answer will not be correct. A and B both are integers. He has to cast either one of them as a double or float, then only it will give a correct answer.
Yeah, she
Yes,
has
sir.
to
We have
do
to
that.
declare in float
That
A and B.
that I want to answer, but right now, run it again. Why it is coming 0.000? It should be 1.00.
1.00, sir.
Exactly. These type of error comes in different type of compilers.
Sir, we have to declare A and B in float. Then it will come or what?
Then it will come correct. Again, it's
1.000.
0.000. There is some problem. If
Sir,
A
if we
is
write
6 and
float
B is
in
5,
step 3.
Either see declare both A and B as float, or we
Yes,
have to cast any one of them as a float.
even
Then
if
only
we
it will
keep
give
it
a
as
correct
integer.
answer.
See, even if we keep it as integer only and put the result as float, it should be 1.000, na? It should not
Sir,
be
in
0.
Googleplots
Yes, sir,
also
it should be
same error is happening.
1.00. It is showing 1.00 in my compiler, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
to whose
I'm using
compiler?
code blocks and it's
Sir, I'm using Dave C++, sir.
It should be. Anyone using GCC here? Linux machine?
Sir, I use GCC.
I use GCC.
Okay, just show who Shivam?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shivam, now you are a presenter. Run the same code and see the difference. Now I want to show you how compiler differs. Shivam, share your screen. See, here division of A and B is coming 0.000, which is wrong. Because A is 6, B is 5. If you divide 6 by 5, result will be, means if we do in copy in pen, it will be like 1.2. But if we do in this compiler also, if we chop off the decimal values, result should be 1.000. 0.000 should not be there. Run the same code. Take the input as 6 and 5.
Sir, is
Don't
my
take
screen
long
visible?
Yeah, screen is visible.
But sir, it's taking
Instead of
variable as double.
Sir, here
yeah,
use double here.
convert into int. Convert into int in the program. Int A, int B, and scanf %d.
Sir, I'm using int A and int B, then also it is showing float as 1.00.
So, no. Scan also %d.
Yes, sir, scanf in %d only.
So then your screen is not updated. To my screen, it's still showing line number 8 and line
Sir,
number
I'm
10.
not showing right now. I'm not showing right now. It is
Sir, I am presenting right now.
Who's using GCC?
Sir, me.
Who's me? There are so many me here.
Sir, Shivam Gupta.
Yeah, so Shivam Gupta, you present now?
Yes, sir. I am presenting currently.
So this is not GCC. You're using Visual Studio.
Sir, down there in terminal, I use GCC assignment.c.
But again, it differs if you use these editors. Someone is using that
Sir,
standard
I will use
GCC.
I'm using
Sir,
this.
I will use here. Sir, wait a second.
No, it's window based. It's window based GCC.
Sir, it's Ubuntu based GCC.
Yeah, you have downloaded just the terminal, na?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
I know that. Pure GCC. So, because I want to see some difference, na? Anyone with pure GCC?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just for this question, okay? I'm not saying that using Visual Studio is bad. It's good. This Visual Studio is a very good software. But why this error is coming? To see this, what is the result which should come in GCC? Because if the same question is coming in any of the interview, half of you will give the wrong answer. I don't want that. So I just want to see one of the answer in pure GCC compiler. So who's here with pure GCC answer?
Sir, Dharmesh.
Instead of me, just give the name. Dhamesh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Dharmesh and Mehul is there. So Dharmesh and Mehul both are presenter. Anyone can show, and second one will show a different style of programming.
Sir, is my screen
Yeah,
visible?
you are. Yeah, you are using this. Okay, in the
So this
virtual
is
box.
the
Yeah, fine.
program.
Okay, good. So use this example 6 and 5 only.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, see, his style is different from the other programmers. This is also good. That is also good. This is also good. Show the code. Show the code. Huh. So how he coded? He took two numbers A and B, and then he used different variables to store different kind of results. So the name of variable he took is also very good. So we should name the variables like that only, which we can remember. So he took the name as add, subtract, mul, and div, which means addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So uh, if you write a bigger programs, using such name of variable is very good. Okay, so instead you can also use ijkl. That is also true. But when we write a bigger programs, we used to forget the names. But if you keep the name as add only, then you will remember, okay, this is a variable for addition. So he kept all those values, stored the values of a plus b into add, a minus b into subtraction, a into b in multiplication, and a by b in division. Then he printed all those values one by one. So previously, Khushi and Shivam, what they have done? They have added here only. Instead of add, they put a plus b here. That is also correct. And this is also correct. Okay. None of the method will result in even a half mark deduction. Both are very true. Okay. It's just the style of programming. And another good thing I found with Dharmesh programming, he did proper indentation. See, when he declared variable, he gave a space, see it line number 4. So after curly braces, he gave a tab space to start with float and written something here. So when we go to functions, different kinds of functions, if else, loops, many things will come. And if you don't do this indentation, you put everything one after another line, it will become a hell lot of hodgepodge. And you won't understand at what line error is coming. And if it is a runtime error, then it will be a very tough to solve. And see, so after taking two values as input, he designed the code that it is looking so good on the screen. You can differentiate different parts where he's adding, subtracting, multiplication, division, where he's printing something, where he's taking input from user. So this is a good way of programming, and I appreciate it. And those who are new to programming, I ask them to use this format or similar thing, whatever you like, but this should be understanding. Means it other person can understand your code. So when you come to second semester or third semester, you again have programming because you are electronics people. Physics people are also here, but electronics people will study a lot of computer science subject. So when physical semesters will be there, they have to write the programs on the copy answer sheet. So if you write this way, the program will be visible very clearly, and once we'll check it, we'll give full marks. Otherwise, we have to find something, and if we find some error, or even if it is not an error, it will be interpreted because everything will be a hodgepodge. But he didn't do it. So this is a good way. So now I want, please change this float to everything to int. Int AB, int subtraction, multiplication, division. And we'll run the same thing. Yeah, percentage D. It's perfect. Now percentage D. Okay, now save it and run it. And take the input as 6 and 5. Control Z to terminate the program. Control Z. Hmm. 6 and 5. See, it's printing 1. Now you for the division part, you do percentage f in the output. Division only. Yeah. Now let's see what's the output. Save it. Save it. Save it. Keep it like that. The whole program will remain same. So is it coming 0 or 1? It's a warning. What warning? Let it be. Let it be. It's a warning. So see how good this compiler is. Even if there are warning, it is giving. Therefore, I'm saying to use this GCC compiler. Visual Studio and all will work, but if you go for written rounds of interviews, there will be many programs where will be such type of warnings, and you won't be able to find out. But those who are using this GCC will find out, and they'll definitely have upper edge over you. Yeah, run it. Let the warning happen.
Sir, again.
Yeah, your output is not visible to me. Yeah. After warning, let the program run. And take the input as 6 and 5 only. Oops, it's 0.000 only. Oh.
Sir, I have to change division to
No,
float.
no, it's okay, it's okay. Let it be. So in the next class, I'll give you the answer why this is coming 0. Now I'm remembering this also happened with the previous batch.
Sir,
If someone of you can find out why it is not 1.000, it is instead 0.000. Give me the answer. But not in
It is
this.
showing in my compiler 1.000.
So if it is showing 1.000, this means you have declared somewhere as float, this division part.
Sir.
Right now here division is declared as int, but you are forcefully trying to print float. Okay, see, this is the difference between C programming language and other programming language. How difference it is creating. Okay, see this question, what if this MCQ will come in your either in your exam or written exams of your final placement, everyone will take 1.000. But as per GCC also it is 0.000. Now, why it is 0.000? I'll explain in the next class if someone is not able to explain. Okay.
Sir, but the exact answer should be 1.2.
Yeah, exact answer should be 1.2 when all values are double or float. अभी हमने इनपुट कैसा लिया है? int टाइप का ना, आउटपुट भी int मिलेगा.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Okay. See, C programming is very much tricky. Okay.
Sir, is it because the division which is taking place, it is taking place in int only, so the answer is 0, but then when we are changing it to float, the corresponding value of 0 is 0.000.
No. If you divide 6 by 5, why it should be 0? Even if it is an integer value, it should be 1, na?
But sir,
At least one time it is dividing, na?
But sir, typecasting is happening after the division, no?
Who's saying that? I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Okay, there is a trick. Okay.
Sir,
think about it.
Sir,
Don't answer now. We'll answer
No,
the
sir.
same question tomorrow.
Sir, I have doubt regarding the syntax of printing.
Yeah. हाँ, बोलो
Sir,
doubt क्या है? What is the doubt?
syntax? There's a syntax of printing that division, subtraction, addition part. Whatever what we are using. Why we are using percentage D? Yes, sir.
हाँ, make the program. Okay. Then you will
Yes, sir.
understand.
I've made the program.
हाँ. Percentage D का मतलब क्या है? कि there is some
Integer.
value needs to be printed there. देखो, see, what will happen if you inside printf क्या होता है? Whatever you print inside double inverted comma, that will exactly printed. That will be exactly printed on the screen. But if you want to print some value, which is coming out from some variable, then okay, At that time, you use these percentage D. These are known as format specifiers. We are coming to format specifiers, but today class, I think time is not allowing us.
On Wednesday, we have class till 12:30, I think.
Yes, sir.
In schedule.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 12:30.
Yes, sir.
11 to 12:30.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 1.5
Yes, sir.
hour.
But the class should be like total 3 hours. So in which day it is half an hour? See the total time to see program.
Sir, every day
it's written.
It's 4.5 hours.
Every day it is 1 hour 25 minutes.
Every day it's 1 hour 25 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes,
This means they have printed wrong. Every hour, every day it's 1 hour only, for sure. I'm taking from last 3 to 4 semesters because all other classes
But
are
sir,
of 55 minutes, na?
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
class
sir.
is also for 55 minutes. Because as per my schedule from 12 o'clock, there will be a collision for me. Okay, because I have another class. So don't worry, that's a misprint. The classes are of 1 hour only.
Okay, sir.
okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So we'll meet tomorrow again. But please
Yes, sir.
do this question once without seeing anything from the internet. Those who are new to programming. Those who have done before, find out this answer. Why this is 0.000. Okay. Logical answer चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं कि ऐसा हो रहा होगा. I need answer ऐसा हो रहा है. Okay. Take a time of 1 day. Okay. इसका आंसर रेंज वैल्यूज में और कुछ तरीके के डिवीजन में, चॉपिंग ऑफ वैल्यूज में, हाउ फ्लोट आर टाइप कास्टेड टू इंट, इन सब में. Okay, so take your time and we'll meet tomorrow again.
Sir, may I ask a doubt?
Yeah.
Sir,
Others
I've
can
not.
leave, those who don't have any doubt.
Sir, I did not understand the syntax which is written inside the scanf function. Can you please explain it again, sir?
Okay. Let me share my screen again. Yeah, this is the syntax. Okay, we use scanf, which is a keyword. Inside it comes the control string. Control string these are control strings. Okay, %d, %c. So control strings are whatever you want to take input from user. Okay, from keyboard what we can enter? We can enter an integer, a char, a float, or a double. Okay, or special symbols. Special symbols are also counted under character. So anything which we want to enter can enter from keyboard, a user, for a program. And they can enter in different these format specifier. But when user enters something, it needs to be stored somewhere to process it. Suppose I'm entering something. How computer will process it? It has to be stored somewhere. And where it needs to be stored? In a variable. Okay, so we have to put AND variable, which is known as address of variable, where this control string will be put. So if you are using one number from user, so number is what? Integer. It may be integer if according to the program. Suppose if you want to take integer as the input, so you will write here %d, and where you will store? In an integer type variable. You can store in float A also or double A also, but a C program may give warning, may give error. I'm not saying it will give a warning, will give error. I'm saying may, because again it depends of higher typecasting or lower typecasting. We'll come to take a look on that. Then if we have this control string, and that control string will be mapped to a variable. So you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, as many as input you want to user in a same line, or you can take input from a user in different lines also. Okay. So it's totally up to you how you program. So this is the format of taking input from users, scanf. So printf is also there, but yeah.
Can I download GCC on Windows?
Yeah, you can download it. There is no problem there. But I don't know how it will work because base platform is Windows only. And it is not inside virtual machine. You are just downloading the Ubuntu terminal, which is provided by Windows 10 and 11. If you are installing inside a virtual machine, this means you are installing a pure Linux or a dual boot. But if you are just downloading the terminal, then that will be a Windows environment again. Okay, I'm not against Visual Studio or any software. You can use that. But those software gives minimal warning and error. They used to hide all these things.
Sir?
Yeah.
I was saying like maybe the reason just maybe it's just showing 0.0
No,
because
no answer. No, please don't answer this today. Many students have left. So
so
there
just
should not be
guess whether
wasted.
correct
Don't guess. Guessing is not good.
No, like sir, I have a reason, that's why I was saying like okay sir.
Give the reason tomorrow. I'll take first reason from you only.
Okay sir.
Sir, in someone's code, you told currently that percentage D assigns a value to a variable. So in someone's code just recently, he displayed percentage D as a result answer in
Yeah.
printf.
But this
So
is
how
a
can it?
control string. This can be used to take input also. This can be used to put output also. But when you take input, you have to use, when you take input, you use control string and then store it using address of variable. But when you use printf, that same control string is used without address. You just print variable. Like scanf control string address of variable 1, yeah, and variable 1 and variable 2. But when it is printf, then control string variable 1 comma variable 2, no address. Okay, so control string remains same. So control string means instead of printing this percentage d, print the value that belongs to that percentage d, which is also termed as control string. Okay, so I cannot take any more doubts. I have another session. Okay, so thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you sir. Thank you sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.